Condition like before you came to integrated medicine?
I was suffering a lot. I was exhausted all the time. I had a lot of pain. I could barely walk. I had such severe pain in my right hip. I had been to multiple doctors with no success. I'd spent 10 years going to different doctors, trying different medicines, trying different therapies, and even though something helped for a short period of time, nothing fixed the problem. And some things seemed to make it worse. And the doctors would just tell me, you're getting older, you're busy, you have young kids, this is just life, and I was depressed. I felt hopeless. A friend of mine had come and seen Dr. Verghese and was helped. My husband said, why don't you go check this guy out? He's helped this one and that one. Perhaps, he could help you. At this point, I figured I'd seen enough other people. What was one more? I didn't have anything to lose. So my first day was, I knew something was different. It was very calm and relaxed. It was not a typical medical office. Dr. Verghese was very caring. He was interested in me, in what was going on, in what treatments I had been to before. It wasn't just a quick answer and get you out the door. I really found that the treatment made a big difference. Some of the problems that I also had is I couldn't remember a lot of things that were going on. My brain just felt like it was in a fog. I was having trouble even finishing sentences, simple words like day or people or just everyday words. I couldn't find them. I could not complete the sentences. I wasn't sleeping well. The hip pain that I had, in fact, when Dr. Verghese went to work on my hip area, the table that you had to get up onto, I almost couldn't get up on that table because the pain was so severe and I was so limited in motion. In just a few visits, that changed drastically between the myofascial treatment and the oils and pain creams and the nutritional supplements. Everything began to change, but the immediate thing that I noticed is I was able to walk better. The limp was gone within a couple weeks. And about 6 months later, I pulled out a list. It was the list of the problems that I had when I first went and saw him, and I looked at him, the brain fog was gone. The pain in the hip was gone. I was able to sleep. I was beginning to have more energy. When I first saw Dr. Verghese, I could sleep 16 hours a day, and I was still exhausted. One of the things with all the different doctors I went to, besides telling me that I was busy and I was depressed, they couldn't tell me why I had so many aches and pains. Dr. Verghese, just after the first or second visit, said to me, well, you have fibromyalgia. And when I started researching it, I thought, no, this doctor doesn't know what he's talking about. But I went and researched, and all the symptoms and all the signs were there. And I said, why didn't the other doctors get it? I gave them the same information, and they didn't come up with a diagnosis. So it gave me hope and relief that there was something real. It wasn't all in my head. So that was really comforting to me.
Now, are you on maintenance supplements that you take frequently, that you had taken when you first came for help here?
Yeah, when I first came for help, I took a lot of the different supplements. My body was deficient in a lot of areas. But now I take the same stuff, but very little. And I don't have to take it all the time. And there's a big difference. My immune system is stronger. I can go 16 hours a day doing stuff. In fact, when I came to Dr. Verghese, there was no way I could even think about working for a job. About 8 months later, I actually got hired to work at Integrative Medicine and Biofeedback Clinic. The difference was so drastic, and God was orchestrating things in my life. I went from being home all the time to putting our children in Christian school, and God provided the job to be able to finance them going to Christian school and gave me the measure of health to be able to do that.
Now, what makes this clinic different from other clinics specifically? You're talking about the word integration. What does that mean?
It's the whole package. It's looking at the physical health, the emotional health, the spiritual health. With the depression and the brain fog, I didn't have the energy or even the desire to read God's Word. And that was something that I had enjoyed in the past, spending time in devotions and prayer, and I had lost that. And Dr. Geese helped me to get that back. His praying with me at the end of sessions, the biofeedback itself, and just helping me to see God and have vibrancy in my life really made a difference. So putting everything together, working with the physical, the emotional, and the spiritual all together, helping me to change my lifestyle in eating, getting back to normal sleeping patterns, you working with the whole person and not just a symptom, but the problems.